Never mind me while I'm stepping out my circumference. I feel the nerves trickling down. It's life humbling. My words stutter, stumbling, staggered, I'm caught off guard. This the life of a jigaboo, introverted, I'm scarred. Whoa, my murder been the melodies while they sing the choruses. Direct message from slaves saying we need more of it. Paranoia in my state, I see envy at high rates. Now it's crop off the fate, turn great so I fly straight. Was gone for a minute, now I'm back like an ex with big factors. I see you turn flat like extinct like some raptors. When I drop through prayer, precision, practice and patience, we move to greener pastures. They're saying life is a matter of mastering basics and mastering patience. More time I get tired of waiting. Maybe it's fate procrastinating, the times are bad, sure it really had me sprung. Like she got me doing things that I never do. You thought that we connected when in fact it was trauma bonding. Just leave it up to me to break the rules, never corresponding. My childhood filled with fence climbs and knee scrapes and bikes and kicking it by the street signs. The older I get, I'm trying to lessen any screen time. The bounce back heavy, I rock steady on climb. This world's a fucking loop, the news will pick and choose whatever truth they wanna give to you. I cannot stomach it, so I poop. Oops. When life turns sweeter, the lemon mouths get louder. But I'm amplified with ghosts who got like that boy Fowler. Working like I got that point to prove. But truth be told, the proof is right in the pudding, no point to lose. 60 for the crepes, yeah, I did that just because. She expecting more, girl, you know I'm saving up. Left me on red, well, it was what it was. Never stress over them joints or in downs when times get rough, so I ghost. Long are the days when we was close, and when I see you, it's like two completely different type of goats. I approach the weekly fire dropping, which I'm feeding. Still, I don't expect to be the one. Your boy having bugs, still the songs get spun like Beyblades and teacups. My fun fair to those that ever really know me from jump. So what's up, I've been the one they all depended on like TJ. Now they're dead wilder than a furry knockout punch, leaving them straight stunned. That's hella fun. Through the lot, now you know I'm coming through. When the growth look good on you, best believe they wanna screw now. I've been trying to climb, devil threw me in the dark. Baby, don't be insecure, you can still go make a mark like blow. Could never let them drain my soul now. Blow. Table turning like doorknobs, wow. Blow. I think I'm about to set sail. I'm a walking, living legend, walking with my chest out. Life keep dealing me cards, I keep fitting in love.
What's going on, people? What's going on? You can see the scoreline on your screens right now. Big up everybody. I know it's early in the morning. I don't usually do lives early in the morning, but I said, you know what? Why not? It's Monday morning. I want to try and start the week right, but we just got to get some of the negatives out of the way. Big up everybody who is watching, whether that be on YouTube or on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Please make sure that you are smashing the like, sharing this out, and subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. Gonna do my quick match reaction. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 2. You can see Salah's face. I'm not really a happy bunny. It's all mad. It's all mad. It's all mad. I don't really know where to begin. I've seen the fallout on social media, the typical fallout. I knew it was going to happen. If Liverpool didn't get the result in terms of the win, I already knew that quite a lot of people would then be angry and start, voicing their opinions on certain players. And this guy's got to go at the end of the season, and that guy's not good enough to play for Liverpool. And what's Jurgen Klopp doing? And this, that, and the third. Like, we all I knew it was gonna happen, man. I knew it was gonna happen, man. Again, like I said, big up everybody who is inside. Big up Christian. Klopp's reign in a nutshell. His record in must-win games are shocking. Yeah, that's a bit of a mad one. Big up my boy Jerry, the gaffer. Big up my guy, man. And big up honesty in the building as well, man. I don't really know. Like, I predict a 2-2. If you guys watch my match preview, please make sure you're watching the match preview, guys. But yeah, if you watch my match preview, you saw at the end there, I did predict a 2-2 draw. I had that feeling that Liverpool would end up drawing the game. It just had that kind of feel. Going to Old Trafford, just everything kind of behind it. If I'm being totally honest with you, it is a bit of a mad one, though. It's a mad one to analyze as well, because just like the FA Cup game, Liverpool were the better team. Overall, they were the better team. They had more chances, and we'll take a look at some of the stats in a minute, which I was quite astonished. I missed a bit of the first bit of the game. I went back to go rewatch it, watch the majority of the second half, and You know, like I said, you would have thought come the end of the game that Liverpool had lost the game. And that's the thing that kind of kills it before we get into the match and all of that. That's what kills it for me. Guys, if I'll show you the picture right now, actually. So this is the table before we get into the match and the reaction and all of that. This is the actual table of the league. So currently we are joint top. We're not, obviously we're second. Of course, I know we're second, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. But we're joint top though. We're only second by goal difference. That's it. We're not third, we're not fourth, we're not fifth, or we're not even second, and we're like 6 points behind them now with that draw and red. Guys, we are joint top. Heck, they've even still got us as second favourites, and Arsenal are sitting top of the league. Imagine that. Imagine that. Arsenal top of the league on 29%. Manchester City in third, of course, they're my favourites anyway, but they've obviously got 40%. And Liverpool at 31% in second place. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like in reverse order in terms of how the table actually looks is first, second, and third. Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester City, but they've got it in reverse order in terms of who they believe to be the favourites: Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal. So we're keeping that at a consistent level in terms of being second anyway. We don't need to go too far left. We don't, you know, I said this on Enzo's calling show after. We don't need to go that far left where, you know, we're saying this. I get it. I fully get it. Sometimes with these kind of games, it can feel like, rah, that's an opportunity missed, which it blatantly was. This could be, you know, pivotal. We still got, what's it, 7 games to go. You know what I mean? So listen, it's annoying because it's Manchester United as well. That's the thing. If it was like someone else, you wouldn't even be too mad. Like, you'd be mad, but like, be like, all right, fair enough. But because it's Manchester United and, you know, the history and etc., I get it. I fully get it, and I can see why, you know, people are gonna be so angry. But at the same time, guys, a bit of perspective, a little bit of perspective. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for, because we're moving like we are way off the league right now. Man, big up. Honestly, you mentioned there about Jarrell Kwanzaa. Jarrell Kwanzaa's Instagram comments have been limited due to the amount of abuse he's been getting. Who gives fans the right to abuse players? I'm tired of these type of fans. Nah, bro, I fully hear you. I fully hear you. Jurgen Klopp after the game, the same player who weren't good enough are the same players who got us 71 points. And again, by the way, this is me talking, you know. Like, this isn't, you know what I mean? This is Megatron, if you will. This is me talking about Liverpool and trying to tell, yo, just perspective. That's it. I'm not saying, like, I still don't think we will win the league. I've said it from day one, and I'll continue to say that unless something kind of, you know, shifts in our way. But at the same time, to say, like, to hear people kind of giving up, and bro, anything can happen between now and the end of the season, man. It's not really over at this current, you know, moment in time. Arsenal still got some big games left. City obviously got a kind of an easier running alongside us, to be fair. We've both got the kind of running where you're like, all right, both of these two teams, Liverpool and Manchester City, probably will go on a bit of a run, you know, towards the end of the season. But Arsenal still do have those tough games. Obviously, listen, if Arsenal come through those games and they get the victory, they deserve to win the league. I can't even be mad. I can't sit here and be like, nah, man, they didn't even deserve it. And nah, they will deserve it. They've been a very good team. All 3 teams have, in their own way. They've been good teams this season. So the fact that we're still up there, you know, it's credit to the guys. Now, talking about the game in itself, now that's where we start, you know, picking apart, you know, little bits and bobs, if I'm being totally honest with you. Big up Jam, Liverpool don't control the controllables. That's what's annoying. I agree. We do have a habit, especially under Jurgen, well, since Jurgen Klopp's kind of come in, where we're always asking for favors. We're always asking for someone to borrow us a pound here or there. You know what I mean? It is a little bit annoying. Big up IBBO. Man, we lose to a mistake and a 1 goal. It's so annoying. Exactly. But these are the little things. And going on to the, you know, the game in itself, if I'm just talking in a general sense, before I get onto like the match ratings and, you know, taking a look at the next game, in a general sense, it was the game that panned out was the game I thought was going to happen. Obviously, I hoped that we would take our chances. We had more than enough shots at goal to be taking our chances, and we didn't. Manchester United, I'd have to get a Manchester United fan on, because I don't even really understand the way that they play, especially when it comes up against Liverpool this season. We've played them 3 times, guys, and we've drawn twice and lost once to Manchester United. Not trying to disrespect the club historically, but this season's Manchester United. We've played them 3 times and we've not walked away with 1 victory. There's something in that. You get what I'm trying to say? And there's something in the reason as to why I thought we wouldn't, get that victory. I don't know what it is, but it just seems like we go gung ho a little bit in game. It's like a basketball game. That's the kind of feel that I had. That's why I was baffled with Manchester United's tactics, because it's like you were trying to play basketball, but I hoped that Liverpool would be a team where, all right, if you want to try and outscore us, all right, well, we'll outscore you then. We've got Salah, we've got Diaz, we've got Nunes, we've got McAllister, we've got Szoboszlai, we've got guys who can get us goals. But unfortunately, in this game, weren't really happening. And it happened again. It happened before, sorry, in the FA Cup. Same thing. The exact same thing. And you're just sitting there thinking, bro, like, are you lot actually serious right now? That's what I think, that's what's more annoying. Now, talking about Jarell Konza, like, listen, he fucked up. He sorry, I know it's early in the morning. He messed up. I apologize, YouTube. He messed up. Of course he did, man. Played good after that, though. I felt like he played all right. Like, I didn't feel like, his performance was rubbish after that, and this, that, and the third kind of thing. But yeah, he played out. He did all he could do after that point. So it's one of those things. He messed up 100%, and we can criticize that, and we can get onto that. And I'm not saying we shouldn't, because, bro, you make a mistake, pivotal game, we end up drawing the game. You're gonna pick him. You're gonna pick these little moments within games where it's like, that could have been, avoided, this, that, and the third. But he's probably done. We've seen him do that pass however many times. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So, it's one of those things. But in terms of like the midfield in general, I felt like the midfield, and with McAllister in there, who I thought was actually okay in the game. I didn't feel like he was poor or anything. But again, he's a part of that midfield. I didn't feel like we got a sense of control within that game. Don't know if it's because you don't start Curtis Jones, and I don't want to say that too tough. Maybe that would have helped if Curtis Jones had started the game, but I didn't feel a sense of control within the midfield. I felt like we almost played, into Manchester United's hands, and I wanted the midfield. If you've got McAllister in there, if you've got Szoboszlai in there, I wanted these guys to help us gain that control, because Manchester United wanted the basketball match. They wanted to just go end to end, because they felt like probably how they probably felt, in the FA Cup, where it was a case of, all right, well, if we do that, then we might, we'll ride our luck, but at the same time, they might not score. And if they don't score, we can go up the other end. Wonder goals, of course, Fernandez, Mainu, 2 excellent goals, in the game. But we had chances, bro. Like, Szoboszlai had a couple chances. Nunes, who should have just cut back. I don't even, like, when I saw that, it was funny, because when I saw the replay of that moment, I was like, is he going for goal? But his face don't look like he's going for goal. His face looks like he's actually just trying to just flash it across, which is, in theory, the right idea. I'm not even mad at that. It's like, but you chose the wrong option in that moment. Bro, all you got to do is cut it back. All you got to do is cut it back. Luis Diaz, bang, go. We move. But, you didn't. Salah, Enz is probably loving it. Enz is probably loving it right now, because he already knows. Salah, you would have, in my opinion. I didn't feel like you really offered us too much going forward. Moments, yes, of course, as you're going to do as a world-class player, but in a general sense, nah. And again, the goal kind of masks that kind of performance, because he gets the penalty. But I mean, if McAllister took the penalty and scored, and Mo wasn't even on the score sheet, yeah, you'd be giving ratings of like 4s and 5s, almost. But it's like the goal accidentally, boosts it up. Big up, honestly, I was just about to get an Endo as well. I was like, "Eesh, yeah." I wasn't really feeling, his performance again. Szoboszlai, the thing with Szoboszlai, I felt like Szoboszlai's performance matched his career at Liverpool. Good in parts, like good for a bit, and poor for a bit. So, or vice versa, poor for a bit and then good for a bit, kind of thing. Just like his form for Liverpool. Started really, really good, been poor for a bit. Now he's in that kind of grey middle area where it's like, I don't really know. Am I good today? Am I bad today? Am I going to do this today? Am I going to be bad today? Big up JB. Salah has been off since the injury. Yeah, I 100% agree. I 100% agree, man. I can't even keep defending him. That's the maddest thing about that. Bear with me one sec. I can't even keep defending Salah, because these performances are starting to they're just starting to stink, and that's what's pissing me off about him. Big up Scraps, my boy. Too many players that are shit in possession, retaining the ball. Zobo, Salah, Nunes, Diaz at times. Endo wasn't at it. Pointless long balls, just losing the ball all game long. And I agree, bro. This is what I'm saying about. This is why when we look at, I'll talk about them. We look at Arsenal when we've seen, especially in this recent form that they've had, and big up to them. They just look controlled in everything that they do. And I almost sit there and look at Liverpool and think there's more than one way to skin a cat. I'm not sitting here trying to tell people, yeah, you can only win a game of football like this. I get it. I fully get it. There are different ways to win a football match. There are different ways to win a Premier League title, as Liverpool have shown alongside Manchester City. But at times, my brothers, you do need to learn just control. Just control it doesn't have to be a basketball match. We are experienced enough. Let's not act like because we've got new players in the team that we are not experienced at this. We are experienced at this. We should know by now. Okay, if they want to play basketball, cool, we'll play something else. We'll play something else. We'll play a slower sport, whatever that would be. Croquet and them thing there. We'll play whatever it needs to be in order for us to get the result. The result is the most important thing. And that's what, for me, kills it with Liverpool at time, is that whether it's Klopp, whether it's the players, both obviously together, when I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, you don't need to do certain things. And you know what's bugging me the most is that we keep having these 5-on whatever situations and we're not putting the ball in the back of the net. Like, I don't know if, I mean, look, we haven't got, and I know people have been talking about it, we haven't got Diogo Jota. I get it. And he's probably the most clinical finisher that we, in terms of real finishing ability, he's probably the best that we have at the club. But he's injured. Do you get what I'm trying to say? He's injured. So, it is what it is. These three have, like the three that played yesterday, they have shown throughout the season that they can score goals. It's the consistency level of those three which bugs you the most. It's in these moments, can you really score for me? In these big games, can you really do it for us? I don't know. Like I said, 3 times we faced Manchester United. We've not walked away with a victory. We faced Arsenal 3 times and we only beat them in the FA Cup. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, played Tottenham, obviously we lost. We all know what happened there. Manchester City, we played them twice. We've drawn twice. In these big moments when we need your key players, especially when we're talking about the attack, when we need these guys to really deliver. I don't care if you're delivering and you're scoring against Sheffield United and all these dead teams. In these moments, can you deliver? Unfortunately, they're proving that they can't really do it, because even when we look at the game, I'll show you guys the stats from the game real quick. Big up everybody who's inside, and again, big up everybody who's watching on whatever it is that you're watching on. Boom. Let's look at this one instead. Cool. So let's take a look. So you can see here, possession dumb, 62-38. Like I said, they want us to have the ball. Expected goals, I know that's like a weird one, but cool. 3.67, 28 shots. My brother, you cannot have this amount of shots and not win the game. That's what bugs me. I'd rather you have the 9 shots like they did. I'd actually prefer you just have the 9 shots and go into every game. Just have the 9 shots. Have your 5 on target and whatever. Because then you miss 7 big chances, people. And again, I'm not trying to necessarily crash it on the attack, because they have shown that they can score goals. It's just the consistency, as I said before. It's in those kind of moments. And again, listen, like I say, with Salah as well, he's another one, because he like I said, he messed up too. He isn't exempt from any of this. I'm not trying to they're all culpable for what kind of what transpired at Old Trafford. Big up, honestly. Is this on the players or Klopp for trying to always score the perfect goals? Just shoot sometimes and goal instead of walking the ball in the net. Yes, bro. Honestly, I don't really know. I honestly don't really know. Just give me 1 sec, my boy Jerry. Jerry in the building. Let me just send this out to him right now. Cool. Honestly, about Liverpool, they they just kind of annoy you a little bit. Boom, Jerry, I just sent you the link there, man. Big up Scraps. And same old with these forwards. It's what we've been seeing all season long, by the way. Shooting when we should be passing when we should be shooting, poor decision making, wasteful. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is the annoying thing. But when we're taking a look back at the stats, this 7 big chances right here. Nah, my boy, you got 7. 7. You missed 7 big chances in the game. Eesh. You know what I'm trying to say? What they deem to be a big chance, obviously that's then down to them. Of course, we can interpret that however we want to interpret that, but ultimately you miss 7 big chances. I am gonna be a bit like, hey, yo, what's kind of going on here, kind of thing. What other statistics have they got here? Tackles defensively, I mean, their keeper made 6 saves. Ours only made 3. Passes, yeah, all the passing stuff, which annoys me anyway. Aerial duels 1, we just about edged that one. Successful dribbles, we got 12. Yeah, the statistics in itself don't really make like you would think that Liverpool obviously ended up, should have won the game 6-7-8-0, which we should have. Maybe not 8, but we should have been slapping these lot. But unfortunately, in these moments, we're not really, and that's what's bugging me. That's what bugs me more so than anything else with Liverpool. And I think, yeah, whether it's going to be pivotal or not, I don't really know. I really, really, really don't know. I can't really sit here and judge it right now because I do still think there's going to be a couple twists and turns. I said it. It's so mad. Big up Flawless every time. I said it on his show the other day. I said, yeah, I thought it was going to be 2, to be fair, because I thought the 2 that was going to mess up would be Liverpool and Arsenal, but Arsenal, completely just did their thing. Completely did their thing. Let me get Mr. Big Man inside. Big up Jerry, man. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Telling me, my boy, you good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. To be fair, I'm actually calmer than I thought I'd be, man. I think I'm going with the motion. I'm going through the motions now. It is what it is. This is Liverpool, isn't it? We are Liverpool, and this is Liverpool. I mean, what else is there to say? The proof's in the pudding. We are Liverpool. This means more. It means more to us, but can we get the job done? No. It's the same thing we've been speaking about. Can we control games better? I know Klopp's even tried to address it. We brought the likes of Thiago in and McAllister. But the DNA just isn't there. And this is why season after season I've spoken about, our style of play. And I've said it before, I feel like a broken record. Our style of play isn't conducive to what we're trying to, when you're trying to go and dominate and go for leagues. For tournament football, for cup competitions, the styles, it is shown, it's effective. It's so effective. But when you got to go and when you've got to go and be like, all right, cool, can we go and sustain a certain level? We've only been able to do that one season, and everything else. And look, in any other season, of course, people will say Liverpool can win the league, they can do this, they can do that. And look, we can still win it. But it's so difficult to do that because we rely on so many facets of the game to go and dominate. I just heard you speaking about a game being end to end, and that's what obviously Man United wanted. That's what Liverpool wanted. That's what Liverpool want. Liverpool want it to be like that. Liverpool don't want a controlled game and where they can go and just really just dominate the team. They don't want that. They want to go and catch you in transition. Hence why when you go and look at how we play and you go and look at
Nope, I think Jerry's probably just shut off there. But yeah, I agree. I kind of echo what Jerry's been saying. I mean, me and Jerry talk about this kind of all the time when it does come to Liverpool, in terms of our style of play, versus what it's almost like our style of play versus what some of the players want to do, at times. And again, we're just talking about one game, but when you look at it in totality, it is these small little moments, throughout Jurgen Klopp's time. But again, just talking specifically about this kind of game, I just felt like I get it from one standpoint, especially from like say a Klopp standpoint, in regards to, okay, you feel that the way that we've been playing and things that we have been doing, okay, this is maybe the best way in order for us to move forward. I get that, and I can't even begrudge you for doing that. But we have played these guys twice before. We have seen the way that they have set up. They have conceded, God knows, I think it was, let me even double check. I'm going to get to the comments in a sec. Let me see if I got it up here. There we go. Liverpool had 62 shots in their 2 Premier League matches against Manchester United this season. No side has ever had more against a single opponent in a season on record from 2003 and 2004. 62 shots. We've had 62 shots, people. 31, give or like whatever, each game on like if you was to split it down the middle, let's say. That's a lot of shots to have against a team that you can't beat. And that's the annoying part, because you're like, right, so you've had 62 shots against this team and you ain't walked away with no victory. Very telling that they put Salah on the front of this. But but again, he's culpable too. You've had 62 shots against the same opponent and you're telling me that you can't get that victory. Yeah. There will start being inquests. There will be a lot of people who are angry, with things like that. It's just inevitable. It's honestly just, inevitable. Big up Angel, my guy, man. If you keep giving teams goals, you'll be punished. Teams don't have to score against us. We gift them with poor errors. A clean sheet has become foreign. So I can't even remember. Clean sheet. We must have had one recently, but I just can't remember when. But if you looked in our last 10 games, I don't feel like we've had a lot. Someone would have to tell me. This is where I need RJ in the building. Big up Hollywood Rock. This team isn't title material. We are in it based on moments and heart passion, etc. We are shambolic defensively and don't score enough chances, likely to finish third now. Listen, look, there's a lot of football still left to play. I don't want to go that far. And by the way, Hollywood Rock, big up your damn self. I'm not even trying to say not to think that way, because ultimately I can see where you're coming from. I can't even sit here and be like, oh, you're trying shit. I'm not going to say that, because I can fully see where you're coming from. I'm just trying not to go that far left. For me, this wouldn't be the game yet where I would be saying that. I think it would be more so another game down the line. If this happens again, though, okay, Hollywood Rock, we're coming back straight back to you, because I'm going to be like, yeah, my boy was right. My boy was right straight off the rip. Big up Cameron. G Salah is the senior player. He needs to look at himself 100%. That's what I'm saying. That he's not exempt from this. He's not exempt from this. He's annoying me the most out of everyone. You're the one on the big bucks. You're the one that the manager said, "Nah, we're gonna make sure we give him the money, or let's give him the money over, over Amane. No problem, my guy. I need you to now deliver in these moments. The GA thing. Big up JB. We had a clean sheet on Saturday. Who did we play on Saturday? No, we didn't. Didn't Sheffield United? No, we didn't. Sheffield United scored. Brighton scored. No, I can't remember. Sheffield United wasn't. Yeah, they scored. Brighton, we won 2-1. I know we've had one recently though. I'm sure we've had one recently. I'll even double check now. Actually, we've had one recently. I'm not even trying to be funny here. All right. We haven't had a clean sheet since the 2nd of March against Nottingham Forest away. When we won, when Nunes scored that last minute goal. That was the 2nd of March. That was our third on the bounce. Since then, it's been 5-1 to 5-1 against Sparta Prague, 1-1 against City, 6-1 against Prague, 4-3 against United, 2-1 against Brighton, 3-1 against Sheffield, and then obviously the 2-2. So yeah, we're talking 2nd of March. We're now going over a month. Yeah, JB, you're dumb. You're actually dumb. But yeah, that's a long time, people. 2nd of March. We're now on the 8th of April. Let's say we'll use yesterday's date, because that was the last game. 7th of April. So you're talking over a month now. Liverpool have played football and haven't got a clean sheet. Angel 1968. 3 inexperienced players on our right side. I agree. In Zobo, Bradley, and Kwanzaa. Was eventually going to be punished. Asking Kwanzaa to play right back and centre back was always going to end in an error. I felt for him. Yo, big up, Jerry.
Yo, what's going on? Yeah, sorry, I cut out, man. It's annoying.
No, too good. But I know you're working, my guy. I know you're working.
Yeah, no, yes. As I was saying, man, my audio will get better because I'm about to just jump in if I had to leave the office for a bit. But
yeah, come.
no, just again, it's just our style of play just means we want it to be end to end, and there's a lack of control. We're a bit more. Even Carragher spoke about it in commentaries that we're a bit more scrappy in comparison to Arsenal and Man City. And
Yeah,
the reason why we're scrappy is because we're a very instinctive team,
yeah,
right? We're an instinctive team, so you need to rely on those instincts. And unfortunately, we are going to go and play with that element of risk. It is what it is, man. And then we'll obviously touch on it a bit more, but you see the whole Quanta situation? I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, you messed up. But that happens. That's going to happen to every centre back. Van Dijk's done it. This person's done
yeah,
it. It just doesn't result in a goal, right? And now they went and scored the
yeah,
goal. The real problem is us not finishing our dinner.
yeah,
Like any coach, any manager won't look at that mistake and be like, "You ruined it for us," because he was. How many times did he go and stop Rashford 1v1 and we were praising him
yeah,
early on in the first half?
yeah,
How many
yeah,
times did he go and intercept a ball that could have been dangerous because the midfield weren't doing their job? Of course, like, you can look at those big moments, but right. But I don't know where it is. I'm coaching more often now and stuff. But for me, you have to look at the overall game. And the problem was we didn't finish our dinner. And everyone said it. I tried to be this Mr. Positive guy in the chat. And I was like, no, we're still going
Yo,
to
you might
win.
should have seen Jerry in the chat room, where I was like, "Yeah, Liverpool gonna win now. Don't worry, we got this." I was like, "Is this Jerry or
Exactly. I was like, we got
is this
this. It is what
Kwabna?
it
Like,
is.
I need to know. Like, is this someone different or something, boy?"
Exactly. I was like, it is what it is. We're going to do it. And then all of a sudden, like, that happens. And I'm like, all right, cool. You made a mistake, but that's a pass, right? He's just obviously, he's passing, but whilst like, naturally, as a centre back, he's looking around to think, all right, if I get the ball, where am I going to go and pass to next?
Yeah,
So he's passed
yeah,
the ball, and then the ball's obviously, and he's just looking for the next pass in it, and that can happen. Midfielders do it all the time when they go to get punished. The difference is Kelleher's out of his box, and the guy's just clipped it and it's gone in it. Cool, that happens at every level. Nunes not cutting the ball back. I mean, you
yeah. That
see
was criminal.
Nunes. No, but you see like Nunes, like the amount of times like he's gone to like instead of squaring the ball, he's just like just passed it across the box, like tried to shoot, but it was the worst shot. Like those things need to be looked at. Where it's like, bro, you're 25 next year. You know, you're 25 next year. You're not a 21-year-old, and this is what we're relying on, bro.
Has he gone there? Yeah, no, I I agree with Jerry, man. Listen, like I said, I'm not trying to just crash it on Nunes before anyone comes for me and says, "What about your boy Salah?" Da, 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 da. I agree. They are all culpable. But these moments that we look at, Salah not finishing his dinner, poor performance in the game, not really offering us too much going forward and even really defensively, so to speak. Nunes, decision making, still not obviously there. Yes, I'm not even going to use the thing that he's young, because to me, in football terms, he's not young. If I'm being 100% honest with you, there are certain moments in your career and in the game that I just feel like are just quite basic, and that was one of those. Diaz was pretty decent though. He's been all right in like throughout this kind of period of time. He's actually been probably, in my opinion, the best forward that we've had recently. Again, but I think I spoke about this before in regards to Liverpool's attack and how that's why I think when me and Enz were having this discussion, talking about, Salah and, stuff like that, and why I asked on my stream the other day about, can you trust the rest of these guys, though? Salah can have his dead game. He'll get his GA, do whatever, blah, blah. And Nunes, by the way, got GA because he got the assist for, well, I'm sure, yeah, he got the assist for Luis Diaz. They are counting that as an assist, right? If these guys on a consistent basis, if they're going to be the players who play, can we trust them, though? That's my issue. Can you trust them enough over a course of a season? That's where I worry a little bit. Not to say that they can't get you goals. And they're the type of players I feel that in purple patches, they're probably the best ones. They're the ones that you really want. In a purple patch, Nunes will score, 8 in his last whatever, or 10 in his last 10, 12 GA in his last whatever amount of games. Diaz will get you the assist and an odd goal here and there, but his performances will be really, really good. Heck, even Gakpo will score you a goal, here or there. Jota, we know what Jota's about, kind of thing. Over a period of a season, though, can they really impact what we're trying to do? That's where I'm like, ish, I don't really know. And again, it's not to just say, I'm not trying to use the whole season as a metric, but in this game specifically, when you look at it, you're just like, bro, I can't trust none of you, really. I can't trust Salah, can't trust Diaz, can't trust Nunes, can't trust Gakpo, can't trust any of them. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, so, yeah. And Jerry was right there about the whole Kwanzaa thing. Like, you could see he was trying to make the pass, He wanted to make the pass into the midfield. You can see, I think it was Endo at the time was getting closed down by whoever that was running onto him. There was no real pass out wide. He couldn't then obviously. It'll be difficult in that situation to then readjust to then try and fling that ball out to the left. And to be honest, he wouldn't even have had enough time to readjust, look up, pass that ball out to the left. That would have to be instinctive, something that Trent's really good at. And that area of the pitch was obviously already kind of blocked up. The only options he had was Kelleher or to Van Dijk. And to be honest, it kind of made sense going back to Van Dijk. That's why I'm not crashing it on him in terms of that. Obviously, the mistake, it was an underhit pass. He should have looked up at the time when he's ready to make that pass, when he can see Bruno Fernandes is making that run. But in his head, he's done that pass a million times probably. He's done that pass. So he's probably thinking, yeah, just pop it into Van Dijk. He'll either go back to the goalkeeper or maybe someone would have made a movement on that right-hand side. Maybe Salah drops deep a little bit. Maybe Endo pushes out a little bit to the left-hand side. Maybe McAllister kind of show whatever that he's trying to obviously go for the next action. Hence why I totally understood, why he did that pass. It was just under hit. And then, of course, bro, it was a fantastic finish, bro. Even when you watch the replay, you can see there's that little bounce. As the ball gets to Fernandes, there's that bounce. So to be able to control it and get it into the net, that's a dope finish. And then, of course, the second goal with Mainu, that was just a fantastic goal, in itself, to be honest with you. I reckon, I don't know what Klopp would have said in that moment, and I haven't watched the full. Oh, no, to be fair, I have watched the full post-match interview, but I've only got like a couple of snippets here. In regards to that goal specifically, I would just be more annoyed at, well, you allowed him time in the box to do what he was doing, even enough time to be able to turn and kind of finish. That would be my only thing, was that maybe there just wasn't enough pressure. Again, it's a wonder goal, so I might just be nitpicking. I don't really want to do that either. Like the two goals for me were just kind of freakish. That's what's annoying. But like you guys have known from the beginning of the season, and I know I've been called negative and Megatron, and I get it, but it's these kind of games that I feel like I've seen with Liverpool enough times this whole season. Yeah, barring a few games, odd games, here and there where we just blitz teams and whatever. But if you watch Liverpool, we have these kind of games. We do have these kind of games where all it takes is the other team to just take that chance. It might not be in a wonder goal situation, because it doesn't need to always be that. Against Manchester United in the FA Cup, it wasn't that. It was they constructed their counter-attacks and were able to score from those said counter-attacks. But in moments in games, if the other team takes their chances, the type of football that we play, this is what's going to happen. And then when you can't finish your dinner at the end of it, these are the kind of little things, man. These are the kind of little things. Big up Hollywood. Nunes was bar that cross shot in the second half. Nearly curled in a banger, and Anana's good save near post, although he was offside. Yeah, Anana's been all right recently, to be fair. I'll give him that. Angel, I think Elliot, a player I've criticised in the past, fully deserves to start. Time for Zobo to hit the bench. Yeah. I think I can't remember my match preview. I feel like I had Elliot starting. I feel like, because I was like, I don't really want to keep. I mean, Zobo, bro. Get one of them on target. That was my main thing with Zoboslai. Just get one on target. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not even asking for a madness. Just get one on target, and we'll be good to go. But unfortunately, he weren't able to do that. Angel, I was asking for Dan's late on in the game. When you're asking for Dan's, big up to Dan's, by the way. If you're asking for him late on in the game, that tells you everything you need to know about the attack. Big up Anfield Road. And I hope you're good. How long we've been telling man about Mr. Chaos, though. Need cold killers in front of goal. When we play the way that we do, you need cold killers. That's the problem. And it seems like, do we train like in the week for these situations? Like, I don't even know, because it almost seems like we don't even know what to do in those situations at times. That's another worry that I kind of, and we've seen it more so in these last few weeks, but we saw it against Arsenal, and we've seen it in previous matches before. In these 4v1s, 5v2s, or whatever it may be, it almost seems like we don't really know what to do. So it will just come down to the players themselves, like individual quality of said player. Can they just do whatever it is that they kind of need to do, kind of thing. So that's kind of what worries me, a little bit in those kind of situations. But yeah, man, it is what it is. No worries, Jerry, man. Scraps, Diaz has been good, but still the poor decision making and execution in the final third is simply not good enough and shows no signs it will be. I hear it. I totally hear it, bro. I'm not. Same with Darwin. Diaz has been good in 2024. Yeah, overall, yeah. Overall, I was just trying to remember. Yeah, overall, probably been the best one. Then followed by Nunez, and then Salah, if you want to count that, and then Gakpo last year. I would definitely agree with that. But I still not even been that much impressed with him anyway. So it's one of those kind of things. But let's get to my match ratings anyway, guys. In the chat, if you guys are watching on Twitter, whatever, join in, man. Join in. Just going to be very interesting to see what some people feel about some players. And guys, please, let's take the bias out of it. I'm just gonna say it from now. Let's just take the bias out of it, and we're just going purely on the game itself. So Kelleher could do nothing about the first and second goal. So the goals weren't his fault. Can't really sit here and say, oh yeah, he was dead on. Nah, like they weren't his fault. Outside of the goals, so we take away the 2 goals in itself, the fact that we conceded those 2 goals. I felt like Kelleher was kind of calm. Like I didn't feel any real nervousness from him, like in that kind of sense. I saw some people talking about Kelleher when like he was too far out. I was like, bro, come on now, man. Like I thought that even Fernandez would have even taken a touch and then finished. I didn't really expect him to take it first time. I know he's got quality. As much as we cuss someone like Fernandez, he has got quality to finish that first time, and he did that. So it's just unlucky that it fell to him. Anybody else, I reckon they take a touch. Rashford and them, man. Nah, Rashford will try and shoot, but he probably miss. But Mainu and all of these kind of guys, I reckon they take a touch and then try and lob the keeper, and that might not always go in their favor. So yeah, for me, Kelleher, what maybe it's difficult because when you can see it's like, do you know what I mean? A 6.5, I feel like. Let me know in the chat if you think that's too high or too low, but I feel like a 6.5. Let's go with Connor Bradley. Jesus. We'll talk about that player in a minute. But Connor Bradley himself, it wasn't his best game. And I'm not going to say he's been out of form. But at the same time, obviously it's difficult to maintain what he has been doing, since he first came into the team, in terms of those kind of performances that we was seeing from him when he first burst into the team. I mean, he made 6 recoveries in the game. He's only dribbled past once in the game, won 5 duels in the game, lost 5, to be fair. Yeah, influence in the game was kind of there. Again, I'm not going to really crash it on him. I'm not when I'm looking at the fact because we drew the game. Can I realistically sit here and say, yeah, man, because Connor Bradley was, one of the reasons. I felt like he was fine up against, a Marcus Rashford and stuff like that. I don't think that Marcus got that much joy, if any, really, down that side. So can I sit here and say, yeah, Connor Bradley? Nah, I'll give a 6.5. I'll give a 6.5. We'll go to Robbo first. we'll leave Mister to himself. We'll go to Robbo again. I thought Robbo was kind of calm in the game. Obviously, his usual kind of bombing up the wing self. Still, obviously he had his level of intensity within the game that he was obviously trying to show. Did it really help? Yes and no. Robbo, I feel like is someone, by the way. I always feel like when I watch Robbo, bro, I feel like your decision making at times though. You do need to just, and you're shooting. Jesus Christ, I think, I can't remember, was it Ish or Roms? One of you lot said it in the chat about someone needs to get Risa. It might have been Ish because I know that's our boy still. But yeah, you might need to get Risa to just help this guy with his shooting in that, because his shooting is absolutely terrible. His crossing on the day though, 4 out of 17. Yeah, that's quite poor. But he was passing the ball quite a lot into that final third, and he was getting himself in the box and stuff like that. So I feel like I'd probably give him a 7. Like I don't feel like he was that bad. Do you know what I mean? I like. You could maybe pick out moments if you want, guys, but I don't feel like he was that bad. Van Dijk. VVD, was he his imperial best or imperious best? I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far with VVD. There was at times, and I've said this about Van Dijk before, so it's not even in regards to this game, but I saw quite a lot of it in this match. With Van Dijk, you are the lead, especially in that kind of defense where you've got Conor Bradley, Jarell Kwanzaa, and Kelleher in goal. Obviously, you got Robbo there, who's obviously your partner on that left hand side, but you've got three guys in there who are quite inexperienced, and they're not the regulars in that team. At times with Van Dijk, I almost feel, bro, I'm in moments like this, and it only seems to happen in these kind of moments. You don't show me enough of like leadership in that defense. Now, take away the goals, by the way, because like I said, the goals were freak. He could do nothing about the goals. I'm just talking about the game in itself. At times, I watch him and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying you can't control what our next man is going to do. So it might sound weird what I'm saying, but I guess I'd have to get someone like Jerry who's played centre back before to kind of maybe explain it better. But I just feel when the defense is all kind of higgy-haggy at times and moments in the game, that's where you are looking at your centre back, because we are supposed to be a bit of a unit, in there. And at times I watch VVD and I'm like, I don't feel like you're that kind of guy, almost. I don't know what it is. But again, in the game outside of that, I felt like VVD was kind of calm. I did generally feel like he was calm, in the game. Guys are saying 8 in the chat. We'll give him an 8. Kwanzaa. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, the mistake was the mistake. So, yeah, that would definitely lower his score. And I hear it. I fully hear it. But after the mistake, I felt like Kwanzaa was calm after the game, though. After the mistake, I felt like he was calm. Do you get what I'm trying to say? As Jerry mentioned there about how many times, him up against Rashford down that side. I felt like he was trying to make up for that mistake. He knew, okay, from this point on, I need to just do my thing. Whatever them man do, then I need to do my thing. Kind of thing. I think that's the father. Man said VDQ turned into Jarell Bramble. Nah. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. With Jarell. I would probably give him. I'll probably give him a 6.5. I'll give him a 6.5 because the mistake was mad. When I think about it, the mistake was mad, but he was calm afterwards, though. You got, 6.5. That's the same as all Bradley and Kelleher and that. So can't really complain. We'll go to Endo. Endo wasn't one of his best games. I was a little bit disappointed because again, and I was disappointed with the midfield as a whole, to be honest with you, because they lacked control within there. Within the game, if I'm being totally honest with you. Again, we played, in my opinion, into Manchester United's hands, in terms of the kind of game that they wanted to play. Endo wasn't one of his best games. I get that. It was like, usually I would give Endo when Endo's having a calm game, for example, I usually say, yeah, 7s kind of thing. Was it a calm game? Maybe just I don't know. I mean, apart from the mistake, 7.5 is very, very good. Yeah. No, I hear that with Jarell. I hear that, but I mean, we can go 7.5. If you want, I'll go back through it in a minute. Endo, I think I would give Endo. Nah, I'll give him a 6.5, man. I'll give Endo a 6.5. I know you guys are gonna say I'm really harsh with some of this, but it's just how I feel. Szoboszlai, like I said earlier on, with Szoboszlai, his performance in the game matched his season with Liverpool. Like it was like I was looking. It's like looking in the mirror. Good in parts, and then not so good in other parts, and then he had like grey areas in other parts. Like that's how it was for him. One of the chances, at least get them on target. I will definitely say that ball across from Robbo. Brother, you cannot go that. Like, I'm sorry, you cannot do that, my guy. You actually can't do that. That annoyed me when I saw him do that, because I was like, you need get it on target, make the keeper work. Slippery ground, it's raining, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I do need a little bit more from you in those areas. Off the ball, I felt like he was okay. I felt like he was trying. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, nah, he wasn't even really trying, and rare tear tear. He was trying to do his thing. I mean, he had 5 shots in the game. Big chances missed 2. I mean, this 5 passes into the final third, 3 recoveries in the game. He only won 1 duel. He lost 5 of them. Maybe, sheesh. Man is saying 5. Sabozalai is just being utilized bad. He's better than this. Angel saying 5, 5.5. I'll give him. You man are being harsh, I thought I was bad. Jesus. I'll give him a 5.5 then. I'll give him a 5.5. McAllister, I thought he was calm. I did feel he was calm, but I do look to was one of those roller coasters for him. Yeah. Big up Kells every time. I agree. McAllister. When I look at McAllister, decent game from him. But I do look to him, especially when you got a midfield with Endo and Sabozalai. When Curtis Jones isn't there, I am looking to you to kind of give me some sense of control within the game. He gave it in moments, but it's almost like he just couldn't even really implement it as best as he could. Again, not the performance, not to say that he was poor or anything like that. I'm just saying, when I'm looking for a sense of control, at times I just didn't feel like he was giving me that sense of control. But off the ball, he was calm though. 13 recoveries in the game. Really, really good. Do you get what I'm trying to say from a defensive standpoint? But I expect that when the game is end to end. He won 8 duels, lost 7 of them. What we saying for Maka? What we saying for Maka, people? What we saying for Maka? And I saw someone put up 8 for Maka. Can I give him an 8 though? Nah, I can't even do that. Sorry, Max. I think 7.5 would be enough for McAllister. Yeah, all right, cool. Let's move to the forwards. Gonna leave that one to last. Luis Diaz. I felt Luis Diaz was calm in the game. I felt like he was our best attacker, trying to make things happen as per usual. He was a threat going forward. Defensively, I felt like he was, trying to help out as much as he possibly could, within the game. Obviously got himself the goal, the first goal. He's a tricky one. He is a tricky one. He is a tricky one. That's mad. He only had 13 touches in the opponent's box. 6 out of 10 successful dribbles. I feel like he was the one trying to at least get us up the pitch in those basketball moments, trying to get us up the pitch. But it's just about trying to make things happen in that attacking third. And I feel like he'd done everything that he kind of could have done. 4 recoveries in the game, I felt like he was calm. I felt like he was better than McAllister, if I'm being honest with you. I'd give him an 8. I'll give him an 8. Nunes, the last couple of games, I've been feeling like he has been a little bit quiet, but he's getting the GA. He is getting the GA. So it's that Salah thing. Well, you get man GA, so no one really cares. He got himself obviously the assist. But that one moment is mad. That one moment, I don't know if he was trying to shoot or cross, but in the replay, when I looked at it again and they had the camera angle literally looking at his face, it looks like he's trying to just play the ball across. So he's just trying to play the ball across, and when he's done so, he's thinking that someone's just gonna run onto it, bang, score. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But then it's like, why didn't you just look, bro? And the thing is, what I don't understand is surely in that moment, because he's on the far, when you're on the far side, it's like, for example, when the ball's on the far side of the pitch, they always say you're looking across the line. So when people get caught offside, that's why they get angry. That's why managers, fans, they get vexed, because you're like, bro, you can see the whole line. You can literally see the whole line. So you shouldn't be caught offside here. In those moments. Same when you're on the far side, you can see where kind of all the players are in that situation. I'm going to give Nunes the benefit of the doubt and say he didn't even try and go for goal. I'm gonna give him the benefit of that and say, nah, he wasn't even trying to go for goal. He actually was just trying to flash it across, but it was the wrong flash across. He should have just cut it back to who was it, Diaz at the time, and then Diaz can obviously finish, kind of thing. But you didn't even do that, man. And he was quiet in the game, I felt. Man, I'm saying 4, Jesus. Stefano saying 5.5. Kels, Nunes been poorish the last couple of games. Scraps is saying a 4. Angel saying 5.5. Stefano saying this was the worry with Nunes. He's good, but can you win a title with him as a first teamer? Let's put it this way, boy. He's either going to shut us up and win the title, or we're all going to be sitting there saying, yeah, you can't win a title with this brother. I would have given him a 5.5. Like, I'll be honest, the way you lot crashing it on Nunes, because I felt I feel like it's a bit too low, like, because but then again, that's average. That's average. That's average. I'll give him a 5. I'll give him. I'm laughing because you lot are deep. You lot are actually deep. You lot are actually deep. Big up, yeah, honesty. That one, my guy, La Pantera. But bro, 5, bro, just cut back. He has done it. He has done it before. It's nothing new to him. Yeah, I hear it. Now, big up, Kels. Just get me job back and fast. Now, I feel you. I feel you big time. I feel you big time on that one. And last but not least, Mo Salah. Mo Salah, Mo Salah, Mo Salah, Mo Salah. You know what? If I've given Nunes a 5, I almost feel like I'd have to give Mo like a 5/5.5 for that performance. I just weren't feeling it. And the thing is, the only thing for me that keeps Mo Salah around is getting, obviously, I mean, it's just a penalty. I get it. But it's the fact that he's added to his GA. So I'm almost like, okay, missed a big chance, obviously, in the game. But I just felt like at times you just weren't really doing anything. Do you know what I mean? Like you wasn't really doing much. You know, you won 1 out of the 5 ground jewels that you had, you know, in the game. You know, I'm just kind of like only 1 recovery in the entire game, 1 defensive action in the entire game. It's that, as Ends keep saying, it's that defensively you're not really offering us much down that side. That's what's killing him right now, is that you're not offering us anything down that side. So if you're not offering us anything down that side, how can people like myself, how can we keep backing you right now? We can't. That's what's killing me. You know what I mean? Pick up scraps. Now Salah can't score a pen his way out of this one this time. I feel it. I feel you. Sorry, I feel you, bro. Because it's true. It's true. I was imagining Torres in that chance Nunes had on the left. He lifts that hard into the roof of the net. Yeah, I hear it. Honestly, saying 5.5. He was stinky. I know, and it pains me to say it. Imagine we're calling someone who scored a goal, even though it was a penalty. We're calling someone who scored a goal stinky. That kind of tells you. That literally kind of tells you. Yeah, but is that directions from Klopp? Genuine questions. I don't know. I don't know, Kels. This is what I asked Ends. This is why we were having this debate, because I was like, and I'm sure you're talking about Salah. With Salah, I feel like it's Klopp who's telling him plus the team, this player is not going to. It's the Messi thing. I know he's not Messi, but it's giving him the Messi role within the team of, bro, you're not coming back. You're not coming back to do anything. I don't need you defending. I don't need you doing this. I don't need you doing that. All of that kind of stuff. So if that is the case, you know, I don't know. Honestly, I don't really know. It does kind of baffle me. It does kind of baffle me, if I'm being honest. Big up, big up my guy, man. Big up. So many wasted chances yesterday. Yeah, 100%. I know. Missing this many chances on the players, not the manager. Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah. I'm not crashing. Forget the clock in terms of the missed chances. I'm just talking about the role of Salah. I think, and that's what Kels is talking about. That's why I was having that debate with Ends before. Is if the manager's told you, like, if we're all playing football right now on Sunday League or whatever, and you guys are one of the players that the manager's saying, just stay in this position here. I don't need you running back unless it's like needs must. And I guess you're experienced enough to be able to determine what those needs must will be. Unless it's that kind of situation, I don't need you coming back, my bro. Just stay here. When we get the ball, because of the way we like to play, when we get the ball, you're going to be there. And teams are going to need to worry about you. That's where we need the Zabozalais and the Bradleys or the Trents and whoever plays on that side. We're going to need you 10-10 because we're going to lose a player, you know, in that kind of area of the pitch defensively. But offensively, you already know who you need to hit in that situation. So, yeah, it is a big one. I'll give him a 5.5. just for argument's sake. But yeah, that's the ratings. That is the ratings. Keller 6.5, Bradley 6.5, Kwanzaa 6.5, Van Dijk 8, Robertson 7, Endo 6.5, Szoboszlai 5.5, McAllister 7.5, Diaz with an 8, Nunes with a 5. Now, you know, I feel like if Salah's getting a 5.5, I feel like Nunes has to kind of get that as well, because it's not like Nunes played worse than Salah. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So, and Salah, it's only because he scored the goal that probably the 0.5 even comes into play. So yeah, Salah obviously 5.5. Obviously I know we had the subs. I don't really rate the subs too tough. Elliot, Jones, Gakpo, and Joe Gomez. Even the subs, like, it almost felt like we were in a position where I didn't even feel like we could do too much. Like, we wasn't changing the game too much by bringing on the subs, Gakpo especially, but Elliot was just Elliot. When he comes off the bench, I thought he was calm, you know, so to speak. Obviously got the penalty that Mo Salah obviously scored. He was just trying to make things happen. He was just trying to make things happen. So yeah, big game up for that. The rest of them, yeah, I didn't really. I mean, you obviously notice a difference between Bradley and Gomez, because Gomez is a lot more experienced. And that's why I mentioned about Bradley's game. It's just, yeah, just wasn't really the same Bradley that we've been seeing. But yeah, Gomez was okay. Like, I'm not going to give a rating for subs unless it's like that pivotal to what we do. And I don't think any of them were, other than Elliot winning the penalty. So if you want to give Elliot an 8, you can. I've got no real problems with that. Maybe a 7, actually. 7.5. But yeah, big up Stefano. I kind of feel for Salah. He's playing with unpredictable, chaotic players, hard to link with. Bro, this is what I keep saying. This is what I keep telling people. This is what I literally keep telling people, is that you world class, right? And not every team, obviously teams have this. Sometimes your Mbappe is world class, but he's playing with a bunch of guys who are just kind of okay in what they do. But sometimes when you're not even close to them, like that type of level or that type of thinking and mentality, bro, sometimes it just looks a bit jaded, man. I'll be honest with you. Kells, Jones wasn't the best. Elliot has this knack of changing the game off the bench, and Gakpo, I want to see him on the left, his natural position. I think quite a lot of people want to see Gakpo in his natural position now. I think we've reached that stage where we're like, okay, Klopp, it's fine, the striker thing. Let's just put him out on the left. But then, can you take off Diaz in this kind of moment? That's where it's going to be a little bit tricky. Big up and like the video. Yes, please, guys. I don't know how many likes on. I don't really even care. Too tough. Just want to have a chat, man. It's early morning vibes anyway before everyone else jumps on to do their own videos and contents later on today. But please, it does help out the channel. Just smash the like button, please. If you're watching this on Twitter, heck, I beg, just go over to your YouTube channel and just quickly hit the like. You can bounce out of that. You can bounce out of that straight away. I think there was a question I started. Stefano, Messi ain't gonna link with Szoboszlai, Nunes, and Diaz. I mean, Messi's different. I see Messi link with, what's the striker's name, man? Braithwaite. And was Braithwaite there when he was there? I feel like he was there, but he's linked to some dead man. Angel 1968. Diaz can't be dropped. His form is good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's why Gakpo won't get into the game. Like, he won't get that much game time. His game time, if he's lucky, is going to come Europa League. And now we're getting closer to the end of the Europa League. Teams are getting a tad bit harder. We're not facing USG anymore, Toulouse and them, man. Now you're facing Atalanta. Not saying that we shouldn't still beat them and wipe the floor with them, but you're facing Atalanta now. So maybe you play your strongest team, potentially. But we'll get into that preview when that preview comes. Kells, but why won't Klopp ever play him there? He refuses to all the time. Honestly, I think he just sees him as that. If everybody's available and he can just choose between whatever, I feel like he just sees Gakpo as that false nine. The player that we saw last season, I feel like that's what he sees someone like a Gakpo. I feel like that's how he thinks he can potentially play that false nine, or somewhat a version of the false nine role. And remember, we were calling Gakpo, you know, really, really good, and yeah, this, that, and the third, and you know, all of that kind of stuff. And that was all, you know, last season. Do you know what I'm trying to say? When Firmino and them man was still here. So yeah, that's how I would look at that situation anyway. But you know, it is what it is. Angel G, do we rotate on Thursday? Obviously, I'll be doing a preview to that anyway. But in just quick answer, I don't know. Are any of the big hitters back anyway? like the Allisons, the Trents, like Jota, like when are these guys back? Like I don't really know. So it'll be interesting to know. But maybe like Elliot has to start. I think Elliot will start actually, but he has to start. I think Szoboszlai does need a little bit of a rest. He's come back, not really hit the ground running. To be honest with you, so I feel like he has to start. I mean, you got Gravenberch there, but I don't know if I trust him at this current moment in time against Atalanta. Maybe if we have like a first leg lead in that second game, then you can start rotating. Maybe then, but right now I don't really know. Up front, we don't even have options up top, so we can't really rotate. Gakpo is literally the only one that we could rotate into that forward line, so that's where that gets a bit sticky icky. Kula, that combination of Diaz, Nunes, and Salah isn't a good combination. The thing is, you're saying that now, and big up to your damn self for dropping a comment. You're saying that now, but bare people are telling me that was the combination that we wanted to see. Diaz, Nunes, Salah. Yeah, these guys are going to complement well. Diaz and Nunes, they're going to do this, and then you've got Salah. That's the combination. When everyone's fit, that's what everybody, beginning of the season, you remember, everyone was talking about that combination being, yeah, that's Liverpool's best front three. And then Jota came in and just as he did when Mane, Nunes, and Salah, Mane, Firmino, and Salah was here, disrupted that flow and said, nah, this front three has to include me somewhere. Has to include me somewhere. You feel me? So, yeah. And the thing is, I don't think it's a good combination. That's the maddest thing, Kula. I've never really thought, excuse me, I've never really thought that it was a good combination, but people have. Zobo on the wing, either side. Yeah, maybe you try Zobo on the wing potentially. Maybe, yeah, right or left, to be honest with you. Maybe a game where we just say, you know what, Zobo play on the wing. It'll be interesting to see is Zobo on one wing and Elliot on another wing. Unconventional wingers. Not pacey like that, but technically sound. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. And then, but then you need like a box presence. Like you need like a Tony or something like that in the box. Someone who, when he's in that box, yeah, he's fighting for everything and he can finish. I feel like you need that type of striker as opposed to like a Nunes. So, mate, I don't know how that would work, but you know, we'd have to wait and see. Big up, honesty. 1 second, people. Got a really bad cough. Honesty saying, I'm a Klopp guy, but I hope if Amarim comes in, we see better. So we see a better Szoboszlai and Gakpo, and also I hope Amarim is not as stubborn as Klopp. Hey, let's wait and see on that one. Let's wait and see how that kind of pans out. Kula, I like the Elliot and Szoboszlai interchanging in the West Ham EFL game. Yeah, like I say, I think it will be interesting to see. Like I genuinely believe it will be an interesting thing to see. I wonder what those two on the wings would look like. Yeah. Let's Zobo running down the wing. Zobo, the Hungarian court jester. Yeah, listen, man. I think it's something that we can potentially see. Kel, Salah, Diaz, Gakpo is my front three. I'm in the minority. I mean, you just put Gakpo in there, so you're definitely in that 1%. I can't lie. But sometimes, hey, listen, look, in life, if you're in the 1% in life, you're winning. So maybe, do you know what I mean? Maybe this is the time. I don't know. I really don't know. Scraps, I can't lie, I wasn't impressed from a tactical standpoint watching that Sporting versus Benfica game. I saw your tweet still. I don't know what everyone else saw. I watched the game. I hear what you're saying, to be fair. I fully hear what you're saying. That's where Tom's got to come in and start telling man something about Amarim and why it was like that. Just a couple of statistics from the game. This was us at halftime. This was Liverpool at halftime in the game. 15 shots, 4 on target, 262 passes, final third entries, 31. More than double. This was Klopp after the game. One of the quotes they came out with: Arsenal are a good football team. If Manchester United play like they did today, Arsenal will win the game. That goes back to what I mentioned about the way that Arsenal play. I do feel that they would win a game like that because they're so controlled, and it's almost like a snake. Like they'll just be waiting in the wings, bang, kind of thing. And I feel like because of the way that they've been this season, I can see them easily winning a game like that. A game like if Manchester United were to play the exact same way, I can see them winning a game like that. So I kind of agree. Mo Salah, he has scored the most goals against Manchester United, 11. You got Gerrard on 8, Henry on 8, Fowler on 8. Who's that? Les Ferdinand on 8, Sergio Aguero on 8, and Alan Shearer on 10. So yeah, I'm saying my guy's getting the GA, man. He's getting the GA, people. He is getting the GA. Hollywood, Arsenal will definitely win at OT. Yeah, well, for our sake, let's hope that they do put in Man United, putting in the same performance that they've been putting in against Liverpool. Top 6 record this season as well. Spook, like when we against the big 6, should I say? Sorry. So the traditional big 6, yeah, it's not been good for Liverpool. It's really, really not been good for Liverpool. I'll be 100% honest. We need episode 2 anywhere. Football Manager. Palace is a hard job. G out by Friday, guys. Yeah, make sure it's coming out today. By the way, Steph, it's coming out today. It will be out maybe like 10 o'clock again. Yeah, I'll keep putting them out like late. And then the 3rd episode, I think I'll try and put it out again at some point this week. We've got games, Champions League Tuesday, Wednesday, Europa League obviously on the Thursday. Maybe I'll put it on Friday. Maybe I'll put it out on the Friday itself. That'll be episode 3 on. So episode 2 today, episode 3 on Friday. If you guys want me to do it live, I can do it live. If you feel live is better, then just let me know. Make sure you obviously go over to the channel and make sure you hit the notification bell, of course, because then you potentially see it coming up. But when you watch the video, if you do watch it, even if you skip some parts of the video, that's fine. Just leave a comment. Let me know feedback. Let me know things I need to do better. Let me know players and stuff like that. Heck, there was a player that someone put in there. I think I did it today on my player watch. That was from someone putting it in the comment section. I was like, bang, this is a decent little player. And I took a look at him. He looks really, really good. So yeah, people, just feedback, comments. If you're watching this, of course, on the playback, just make sure you let me know. And then, yeah, if you want me to do it live, I'll do it live. If not, I'll just keep it pre-recorded. But let me know by that 3rd episode. If I don't see anything, I'll just keep doing it pre-recorded. If so, question, where was Ibu yesterday? Wasn't he on the bench? Let me double check. Yeah, he was on the bench. The bench don't even look that great yesterday. I can't even lie. Adrian, Kanate, Dan, Simicas, Gravenberch. Yeah, I'm not really putting up any trees. But yeah, you see on Ibu, just quickly before I head out here, Ibu, it's annoying with him. Ibu and Jota are exactly the same. That's what bugs me about those two. Dope players when they are fit. But from when I'm adding the caveat of when they are fit, I can't trust you. And that annoys me with Ibu. Now, I know Ibu probably had that challenge against Sheffield United, and we can use that as the small, like, okay, fair enough. The problem that you've got is, one, why did Klopp play you in that game? But only Klopp could really answer that question. But more importantly, it's the sheer fact that if you was fit enough for the bench, unless you were just like, nah, and listen, I put Kwanzaa in my match preview because I thought he would just play anyway. And it's not like he doesn't deserve it, so to speak, the way that bit me in the ass. But I look at it and I think to myself, Ibu is a solid centre back, but when I can't trust you, I don't know what to do with you anymore because I can't trust that you're going to just be here. I can't. Yeah, like we can only play him, one every other game, or if we do 2 in a week, if we've got a 3rd one, we know he's reached the red zone straight away. We fully know, yeah, Ibu's reached that red zone. He can't play that 4th game now. Definitely can't play the 4th game. I don't care who you're playing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's the annoying thing with someone like Ibu Kanate, and Jota's the same thing. Again, we can use the injuries that the injury that Jota had in when he got injured lastly in the last game that he played. But we can't trust you. You've shown throughout your time, both Ibu and Jota have shown me throughout their time, you can't be trusted for the long haul. You can be trusted up to a certain point, but that's about it. We always have to look at and think, oh, we got to manage him. Oh, we got to be careful of him. Oh, we're playing this amount of games in this amount of time. He can't play. And it's okay to have 1, potentially 2 players, but I feel like with Liverpool, it's almost like everybody's like that. You're worried. It's like we're all shocked that Gomez has played this amount of games because you're like, right, okay, cool. Has he gotten over his injury problems? Then he picks up a knock, and then you're like, okay, fair enough then. Fair enough. Cooler, Man U will try, but Arsenal defense will hold it up. It's whether their attacking players take their chances. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you on that one. I think, yeah, I'm just trying to think now. I think when it comes to Manchester United, yeah, they just don't look like. When it comes to Arsenal, sorry, they just don't look like they're going to concede goals, and that's always the killer. That is always going to be the killer. Angel, I turned it off. As for Tom, he said Arsenal were flash in the pan. No, the best. Tom's my guy, man. Tom's my guy still. But they're not a flash in the pan. They're not. They're not. Last season, I was really excited about Arsenal, what they were doing. This season, everyone said this season, I said this at the beginning of the season, everyone kept saying that Arsenal, yeah, they don't look as good. And I said, nah, some teams evolve into, a different type of team later on down the line. Some teams will you either just evolve into a team that's you just become better in a general sense, like the players just get better and etc. But I almost feel like when it came to Arsenal, they just evolved from a Pikachu to like a Raichu, where you're like, I liked your Pikachu. Like Pikachu's calm. Like man will go a whole save and just have Pikachu and not even evolve him, use the Thunderstone to evolve him into a Raichu. Did you get what I'm trying to say? But when you do evolve into that Raichu, and there are certain moves that only a Raichu can learn, yeah, you've got a real monster on your hand, defensively solid. You ain't getting past this, brother. His attacks are probably more powerful the higher the level is. It's almost one of those things. But last season was calm for Arsenal. We all looked at it and said, yeah, this was calm. Keep playing this way, you'll win the league. Man said, I need to use the Thunderstone. I kind of need to use that Thunderstone. I need him to evolve into a Raichu because I need a different type of animal this season. And that's kind of what he's done. Big up Social Jones. Yeah, I know, man. I started at 10:30 today. I might do a live tomorrow as well, people. So if there's any like topics or anything like that, I might just jump on, just have a chat, whatever's about. We'll just talk Liverpool, man. Literally, I might start doing a lot more of these 10:30 ones because I know I'll be free, in and around that time. Big up my boy. Ends. Big up. Yeah, bro, Scraps. When I saw this, him and Gakpo, if they appear, well, no, if Konate had appeared, that would have been his 50th appearance. Well, no, or was it his 50th appearance? I felt like it was, if he played that game, that would be his 50th appearance. But either way, Gakpo came here last season in January. Konate been here 3 years. Yeah. And this is what I say. When people say, nah, he's not injury prone, and they start to try and analyze the injuries, I'm like, forget if he's injury prone or not. That's down to your perception of what you consider to be an injury prone player. I'm just talking about you cannot trust this guy. And that proves it right. This statement here, big up Scraps, that proves it right there. Man has been here 3 years, and you're telling me that's his 50th appearance in 3 years. Bro, we have 38 Premier League games. So by default, at some point in time, by default, let's say even if you play 25 games a season in the Premier League, let's just say that you play 25 games. I mean, you're still missing a whole 13 games anyway. But let's just say you play a 25-game season. You should have at least hit that in your second season, but you didn't. 3 years and only now, like I said, cannot trust Konate. I think he is a dope player. I'm not trying to crush it. I'm not trying to say he's dead, he's this, that, and the third. I think he's dope, but you cannot trust someone like that. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Big up Angel. GTV, what do we win this season? I would have said the FA Cup, but obviously we're out. Honestly, all right. If I'm being real with you guys, I'll keep it a buck. I don't think we win anything. I don't think we win anything. I think Leverkusen will have something. It might not even be Leverkusen, but if it is them, I think they'll have something for us, in that final. I just feel like, yeah. And the Premier League, I still think that Manchester City will win the Premier League. Yeah, I feel like Manchester. Like, listen, I want to be proved wrong. I want Liverpool to win the league. I want us to win the Europa League. I think we'll go really far in both of these competitions. I just think we'll fall short. Kind of. There's something I've just been thinking for like months now, and I just think, yeah, we'll fall short, kind of thing. And we see it in moments. We're not seeing it fully, so it might be difficult to say, and it's going to be like, oh, but you're trying shit. I'm not trying to crash it on Liverpool, people. I'm just thinking, yeah, I don't see us winning that between now. Like, I think that's kind of it, in my personal opinion. But like I said, I hope I'm wrong. I really, really do hope, that I am wrong. But we'll just have to kind of wait and see on that one. Hollywood Rock, Konate is a crock, unfortunately. Yeah, I know. Social joins, yo, them appearance stats are crazy, bro. I know. I don't even want to go and look. Should just before we head out, let me even take a look. Because that's mad. That's a bit mad to me. It is a bit mad to me. Jesus Christ. Bamba. I'm going to show you guys something, right? You guys need to see this yourself. Hopefully you can see the screen. Let's just enlarge in that. This is Konate, by the way. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I actually don't even know what to say. Like, just take a minute before I go through it. Just take a minute yourself. Just look through it yourself. Just look through it yourself. Like, how many games do you play in the Bundesliga? How many teams is it? I'm sure it's not 38. I know it's not 38. Yeah, I can't remember how much it is in the Bundesliga. But okay, cool. So since 2000, we'll go from 2017 to 18. Yeah, forget the 2 seasons in France, right? 16. This is in the. I'm just looking at the league right now, but we'll even go to all appearances. 20, 43, 11, but that's when he had that mad injury, I believe. 21. Cool. 29, 24, 33. I don't know. Like, I don't even know. What do you want me to say? Bro, Steph, big man thing, it just looks like a youth player. It looks like a player who, like, if obviously I haven't dived into the crux of it in terms of are they, like, how many sub appearances. I don't care about all of that. Just looking at your appearance in general, it looks like a sub player, like a sub player. Like, oh yeah, Harvey Elliott comes on here, like Curtis Jones in his early part for Liverpool. Come on games here, games there. Curtis Jones probably got bare appearances, but we know bare of those are going to be sub appearances. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Ain't your boy Kwanzaa on 26 appearances?
Sorry,
this
I didn't understand, but I...
Sorry, Google decided to interrupt me whilst I was speaking. This is why you got to be careful around these Alexas and Googles. But yeah, I'm looking at all of this and I'm like, this is a little bit crazy to me. The league appearances for Liverpool, 11, 18, 20, 14. Yeah, so yeah, it is 49. It is 49. I thought so. If he'd come on against Manchester United, it would have been 50. He's made 86 appearances for Liverpool in his whole time, in 3 years here. 86 appearances for Liverpool since he's been here. 86 appearances, which is about 28 appearances per season. Yeah, bro, I know they're always listening. This is why I can't say certain things around my Google or Alexa boy, because yeah, it starts moving a bit crazy. But he's made about 28 appearances on average since he joined Liverpool. It is a bit scary. I can't lie to you. It is a bit scary. I'll go through the last 3 questions, last 5 minutes, and then we will head out. Scraps, context to that Salah versus United stat though. The Salah's is against the worst United we've ever seen. Yeah, I know. Cooler, yeah, I think we get to the final and lose. Unfortunately, might have a chance with Premier League, but it's going to be a miracle by default. Yeah, listen, look, I'm definitely not trying to sit here and say we can't, like, it can't be done. I just don't believe it would be. And I haven't, to be fair. This isn't me saying it. Like, the United game didn't really change. It wouldn't have changed either way, to be honest with you. I still would have thought the same things. I felt like something like this was coming anyway. So the fact that it's happened now just means it's out of the way. But yeah, I just don't think. I just think that Manchester City are going to win the league. Like, it's honestly, it's actually just as simple as that. I genuinely just believe that they will win the league. Stefano, Jurgen, the bridesmaid, Klopp. I love him, but ready for a change now. Hollywood Rock, Klopp leaving with just the Karabuki. That's deep. By the way, this is not me saying it, people. These are the comments. Honestly, I'm like the 0.5% who still believe in the B treble, the B plus treble. The fact that you called it a B plus treble is mad. And bro, keep believing it. I believe, like, there's that part in me that's like, I feel like we can do it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's just something about Liverpool, adversity, everything we've had to face, and all. Like, there is something in me that does think that. But then, unfortunately, and over the last few seasons, because of Liverpool, my logic starts to kick in, and I'm like, I don't know about all that. You know, I don't know about all of that. I just don't feel. I just don't see that happening. Hollywood Rock. Honestly, Biggie and Tupac didn't die in this soft era. Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. 100%. And to be fair, Matip and Gomez played centre back and was fit, so he wasn't getting minutes. But he has been injured a lot. Yeah, I agree. And this is it. This is it. It's like there's going to be other factors within that, to be honest with you. But at the same time, yeah, it is that catch-22. Big up for the super chat, Mosheen. Thank you very much for that. I genuinely appreciate that, man. I appreciate the love, to be honest with you, man. Who do you want to replace Klopp? You guys knew I wanted De Zerbi, but it don't look like that race is run. It has run out now, so I can't even say De Zerbi's name without people looking at me sideways. But if I had to pick someone, I'll be so real with you. I'm not even that convinced on Amorim anyway. Yeah, I'm still not even that convinced in him. He's probably just the best out of the bunch that's available, or not even available, just the best out of the bunch that's even here. I don't really have a manager. Like, I'll be so real. It was De Zerbi. I'll keep it a buck. It was De Zerbi 100%. He's the one I really wanted, because I feel like his style of football, the way that we play at the moment, yeah, man, I feel like we could definitely do that. But yeah, man, now it's just you take Amorim, innit? Like, I'm good with Amorim as well, by the way. I'm fully good with him. Like, if he comes, cool, let's back him. Let's see what he can do, etc., etc. But I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, I wanted Amorim. There's something about him that makes me think, yeah, it might be too big for your boots, my guy. May just be a big for your boots situation. But let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. But again, appreciate the love for the super chat, man. Make sure you're jumping into the chats and stuff like that. Any live, I want to see you there. Appreciate that. Stefano, we don't look like league champions. We don't look like league champions, eh? We'd be one of the worst champions in ages. Hey, you said it, not me. So joins, it's going to be tight right till the end. People just reactionary, love soap opera drama. And this is what I'm saying. That's one of the first things I said at the beginning of this video. Let's not go too far left. Let's not go too, which is what I was hearing on socials everywhere, to be honest with you. Socials, content creators, people in the comments, chats. It was going way too far. And that was kind of killing it for me, because I was just like, yeah, like, we don't need to go too far left. We're not behind in points. We're just behind in goal difference. If we had the same goal difference as them, would we all be sitting here as mad? I don't think so. I don't think so anyway. But yeah, the little, you men are rude, bro. Angel, exactly, as a fan, I want to believe we win both, but my logical side tells me we win nothing. And this is what I'm saying, Angel. You can be like, and I don't feel like that's a wrong thing to say. People are going to probably crash it on us and say, oh, yeah, you men are negative. I don't think that's a mad thing to say. As a fan, you want to win. Of course, I want to win. Like, do you think I like being in a position where man's not winning? Do you think I liked growing up as a teenager, as a kid, and being laughed at by Manchester United and Arsenal fans? That is dead. Where now I can do the laughing at them. Ask them, where's your Premier League trophy, bro? In fact, where's your trophy in general? They can't chat to me when it comes to these kind of things. When I look at their teams and what they've done recently. Now the tables have turned. But obviously, we just haven't done it enough, in my opinion, where I can fully back the team in that kind of way. Like how I back Manchester City. I just back them because I just look at the last few seasons and I say, if I was a betting man, if I had to pick someone, I'd just pick them. Like it just seemed like the logical thing. But I want to be proven wrong, though. That's all it is. That's literally all it is. Honestly, on Matic, would you give him a contract extension if he is the 5th choice? No. No. Yeah. It's time to let's let that one live now. Let's let that one live. I'm tired. I'm tired of injury-prone players. It's boring now. It's generally boring. Social joins. I thought De Zerbi was a fit for you guys. Amorim is dangerous though. Yeah, and this is it. I won't be the best placed person. Tom is the guy. Tom Little is the one that will let everybody know exactly everything you need to know about Amorim, and then you take whatever he said plus your own knowledge plus scout reports and stuff like that, and then you make that decision. I've made that decision watching Tom, watch all the videos, listen to everything he said, even how passionately he's speaking about him. And by the way, people, Tom was talking about him from last season. This isn't even a this season thing. He's been talking about Amorim when it was a dead choice, when we didn't even think, obviously we didn't know Klopp was going to leave, but we didn't even think like, oh, okay, yeah, Amorim, he'd be a really good choice. He was definitely not a popular choice. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And now that he is the choice, it looks like, and from what the reports are saying, people are looking at him. If you like him, let's just see what he does, man. I'm more probably the good thing I'm waiting for if he does come is he going to play 3 at the back. That'll be a very, very good conversation. Ends karma. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Karma, man. Like whatever you think is going to happen, let's just wait and see. Someone's going to be right, somewhere along the line. Big up LSE, Aaron, man. Big up. City winning every game left. We have to win every game left and realistically hope Arsenal drop points versus Villa or Spurs. Take that last bit out. They just need to drop points. Doesn't matter who they drop points again. They just need to drop points. Whether it's a shock result against someone else, we just need them to do that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, fact, school was rough, bar 2005, but weren't even good team. Bro, 2005. That was just the Champions League. But we were shit. We finished behind Everton in 2005, bro. If it wasn't, Liverpool were so dead that we had to complain to UEFA. Not even complain, but we had to ask UEFA, yo, like we won the Champions League last season. I beg you let us in next season. We had to beg. Imagine that. You had to beg them to get into the Champions League the next season. Get out of here, man. Liverpool. LFC Arian. We only have ourselves to blame again. 3 bites of the cherry this season against United, and we didn't correct anything. 100%. 100%. That's what annoys me more than anything. Jamrock, my peeps. For domestic fans, it's not reactionable. We saw how we played against Brighton and Sheffield United and how we made both games harder than they needed to be, and felt that the United game is going to be tough. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I have to back that one. I do agree. We haven't been playing, but people, have I not been saying this from the beginning of the season in terms of the performance of the team? The same thing that we want to say about Salah. Yeah, but we're winning games. Oh yeah, but we're scoring goals. Are we playing well though? Can we all sit here and say, yeah, there's been 10 games where we've played well? I can't find 10 games. I cannot find 10 games. I can find you those 10 games you're going to name. You're probably going to name games that we've just won bare, like 6-1 here and, done. Yeah, I can imagine. But have we played well? I couldn't agree. I definitely can't agree with that one. So, yeah, like I said, I've seen these kind of performances a lot from Liverpool this season. Difference is that now certain teams are just, it's the business end of the season, man. So people are maybe trying a bit harder. Stefano, yeah, versus United, it's like Boxer losing and making no adjustments. Yep, 100%. 100%. Yeah, big up Ends. And me and Ends, we talk a lot about this kind of 2-3 games. Or in fact, I don't even know, actually. Are you saying you've only seen 2-3 games? Or yeah, I'm hoping you're saying what I'm saying. But yeah, for me, I would say, yeah, there's been 2-3 games where I'm like, yo, Liverpool, that was a solid game. Villa game, solid game, absolutely solid game. I can't remember off the top of my head, but that game sticks out. I even like the Tottenham game, even though we lost circumstances. We know we're gone with that game. But that game, I was like, yo, like Liverpool played dope defensively. Like I've never, ever seen Liverpool play like that defensively under Jurgen Klopp, ever. And even the fact that we was playing so defensively, we were still carving up a few chances. Tottenham was still, you know what I mean, thinking, shit, this team kind of thing. We were just so unlucky to lose the game. That was probably the one game where I was like, nah, that's what you call a real sheg, which is why it annoys me the most. So, yeah. No, the thing is, we were good in terms of we scored goals and whatever and blah, blah, blah. But I didn't look at many of those performances during January and realistically say, yeah, but we performed that, you know, that well. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because you win the game. And this is the point I'm trying to make. It won't matter because you win the game. Get the 3 points by any means necessary if you can't play as well as we know Liverpool can play. But yeah. But if you want to add all of the January games, then you can add all of those games, throw in Aston Villa, and you still don't even hit 10. And we played how many games this season? So do you get what I'm trying to say? Honestly, bro, I wasn't having banter at school. Must have the guys and girls in school were majority Barca or Real Madrid fans. So for me, it was yeah. See, yeah, if I was around those type of fans, it would have been light work, absolutely light work. Look at the relative ease. Arsenal dispatched Sheffield United and Brighton. I know this is what I'm saying. I keep saying with Liverpool, they don't give me that kind of confidence. Arsenal give me that confidence when I watch their games. I'm like, well, they don't even look like conceding. So as long as they don't look like conceding, then it's just about will they score. That's all it really is, you know, with Arsenal. But, you know, we'll obviously wait and see. And last comment before we head out of here, people. LSE Aaron, everyone knew what was coming after we missed those chances in the first half. Yep, I know. Jamrock, this is not just a reflection on the players, it's also a reflection on the manager. I don't know how some fans absolve Klopp of any culpability. And on that note, we will leave it there. That will be a conversation that we will be having very, very soon. Very, very soon. Very, 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 very soon. Big up everybody who's joined in this morning. I know it was early starts, but again, I appreciate the love and appreciate all the likes that you guys have hopefully smashed during this video. If you haven't hit the like button already, please make sure before we head out of here. I don't know if maybe you'll see me later on somewhere today. Maybe if Enz has got something popping today, I'll give him a shout. Jerry, everyone. But yeah, just let me, those guys will let me know what's going on. Guys, as I said before, I've got the Football Manager episode 2 is out this evening at 10. I'll drop it at 10 p.m. We are now, I think we're just going through preseason fixtures in this one, by the way. We've had a good preseason. I'll let you know that. We had a good preseason. And then obviously we'll be heading into our first Premier League game, which will be the episode 3, which will come out on Friday. So guys, make sure you're smashing that like button. Make sure you share. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Just before we head out, we take a look at the league table. Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, 1 point between them. These are the fixtures. Arsenal got Villa at home, Wolves away, Chelsea at home, Spurs away, Bournemouth at home, United away, Everton at home. Liverpool, we got Palace at home is our next game, Fulham away, Everton away, West Ham away. Jesus Christ, 3 games away. Eesh. Be good to come out of those with 9 points. Tottenham at home, Villa away, and then Wolves at home. Man City got Luton. They got a game that needs to be rearranged. Brighton away, Forest away, Wolves at home, Fulham away, West Ham at home. That's a tricky one, you know. That's yeah. Big up, yeah, Stefano. That's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, Man City looks kind of what Luton, Brighton will be the only one. What Forest, Wolves, Fulham, Hammers, Tottenham will be the only one. Tottenham will be the only one I'm looking at here, and I'm like, eesh. Liverpool. If I was to say it right now, 3 points. I'll go 3. Enz keeps talking about Fulham away, you know, and I don't know why he keeps talking about it, but he keeps making me think, what, do you think that man's going to draw at Fulham? I'll go 3, 3, 3, 1. Three. I don't know how many points that will tally out to, but yeah. Arsenal, I think it will be 3, 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, 3. City all threes. Even that Tottenham game, I think it'll be all three. Yeah, I know, Ems, but this is why you keep putting it in my head, thinking that what do I need to start doing a scouting report on Fulham or something? Like, do I need to start checking out, who's gonna cause us they will read and all them type of man. I don't know, man. LFC play a low to mid block at home to City. Oh, did LFC play a low to mid block at home to City last? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. If you're talking about the home game, yeah, that's 90 points total. From how I calculated it, I still feel like Arsenal would win the league. Oh no! Because if I said City are going to win all their games, all right. If City win all their games, that's what 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So 21 points for City would give them 91. Yeah, so City will be on 91. Let me even write that in the chat so I know. City 91. Yeah, Jamrock. Yeah, we did. Liverpool, I'm saying 3, 6, 9, 10, 13, 16, 19. So 19 will put us on, what's that, 20, 91, 90. Ah, shit. Liverpool will be on 90. And then Arsenal, I think it will be 3, 6, 9, 10, 13, 16, 19. Yeah. So it comes up again. This is what I'm saying. I feel like that's how it will be. That's exactly how I think it will end, like that. And to be honest, if we're going on goal difference, Liverpool probably end up third. You done the maths thing. Hey, my guy. So yeah, that's how I think it's gonna end. City by 1 point. City by 1 point. If Liverpool lose another league title by 1 point, yo, I don't think people are gonna. I think people will start going mad. I can't even front. I genuinely believe people will start going mad. But you know what? We'll save that for another day, people. Big up everybody inside the building. I'm G, and we are out.